Greetings. Welcome to the Jump Off. This is your host, Doug, the Organic One, coming at you guys with another episode of the Jump Off. And today we're jumping into the mental health and the evolution of hip hop and popular culture. We're going to jump straight into the Clipse new album, Let God Sort 'Em Out, and the raw emotion that comes with it. This is a special album. It's not just a collection of songs, it's a reckoning. And on the Birds Don't Sing, Malice and Pusha T mourn the loss of their parents, and it's jarring. But that's what makes it medicine. Hip hop as last moments, messages, and eulogy. It's symphony, lyricism, and emotional transparency, and the infamous flows that the dynamic duo was always known for. And we can't forget the addition of the soulful John Legend, who pulls at your heartstrings on every song. But in this collaboration, there was something extra, a joint sentiment of overcoming trials and the journey back to self. I'm almost certain that there was some emotional moments in this production, especially for this song. But overall, this was more than good music. It was a masterpiece, to say the least. And with every year, we're noticing the trend of the microphone becoming a mirror, similar to Kendrick on the Feel track, and Cole on Clouds, Drake on What Did I Miss. Hip hop artists' shared mental and emotional battles of loss, conflict, and trauma have made it to the booth. The mic is now a mirror, and the booth is the new confessional. We're seeing artists bare their souls, and it's resonating with the people and growing the culture. And for the community, is getting rid of a lot of the noise and melting the ice on a formerly cold-hearted culture. We're seeing more people seeking help and looking to help themselves when met by emotional conflicts instead of choosing suppression and becoming angry and resentful. A lot of the old habits are becoming obsolete, and the new definition of healing is becoming more clear. We're leaving the self-help loop where we're outworking the pain and the struggle and being more vulnerable and compassionate and seeking professional help. This is becoming more voluntary and popular, much like Cam Newton and Nick Cannon, who have shared very personal sessions with therapists to the world. And there's also professionals that are seeking prominent clients like Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. So a lot of the meditation apps, distracted journaling routines, and crystal karate are becoming obsolete, and we have to make room for real growth, and that's truth, reflection, and accepting difficult realizations about yourself and situations. No, it's not always going to be Instagrammable, and it's not always calm. It can be messy and rageful, but all those things combined together simultaneously can still be positive and make room for growth. And at the end of the day, that's how real people heal. And when it's real, it's gonna resonate. And the transformation is always poetic uh when it's when it's real. And it's always gonna be recognized, and it's gonna touch people, especially when they have done the work themselves. And they like to say in hip hop and pop culture, game recognized game. And hip hop hasn't always been this therapeutic, but it's been therapeutic nonetheless throughout its history. But hip hop has always been real and raw, similar to the Sway and Ye interview, where the culture hadn't evolved to the point where Sway could console Ye, but in a similar situation that's more current, we've seen the members of the Pivot podcast, namely Ryan Clark, was able to do basically the same situation with Michael Beasley, but there was a little bit more compassion. It was able to be a more, communal and more effective response to the help. It was more received. And that just proves that, the culture is moving towards healing communally. And time tells, and Ye and Sway did revisit that conversation, and it turns out that Sway actually did have the answer. So from Clipse to Kodak to the legendary DMX, hip hop is the global language of trauma, and freshly has become the face of testimony as well. So let God sort them out is a reminder. You don't have to suppress anything. You need yourself. So process all the way to peace and be your best you. And if it don't connect with some people, so be it. Let God sort them out. If you know, you know. But yeah, shout out to Clipse for, I'm gonna call it, shout out to Clipse for an album of the year nominee. This is the Jump Off Podcast. I am your host, Doug the Organic One, and I promise I will be back for another one. Have a good one. Ugh.